Alright, so boom, I thought I might as well cover the Reze arc of Chainsaw Man because I wanted to when it originally came out, but it just took me a while to watch the movie. Plus, I just uploaded the season 1 Chainsaw Man video, so make sure to check that out too. I've read the Chainsaw Man manga, and this arc is probably my favorite or second favorite in the entirety of part 1, so I'll try to do some justice. So cut the small talk, let's go. So it starts off in the same way as season 1 ended, with Denji having the same dream of Pochita warning him not to open the door. If you know, you know. We see Power talking to Makima, yes, we're doing that again, and she got to get her blood drained because her drinking too much blood makes her devil powers too prominent, and she gets these little horns poking out of her head. And since this might take a while, she needs to assign Denji another partner. Introducing Beam, the shark fiend, and he's immediately pushing up on Denji, glazing, calling him Lord Chainsaw. He a little weird, but he's still my guy, not too much on him. Denji rocks him though, because he only messes with chicks doing all that. Check out Beam just retreats into the back, I'm dead. Makima decides she wanted to go on a date with Denji tomorrow. I mean, she's asking, but it's not like the nigga's gonna say no. I mean, come on, bro. Denji peeps Makima, and I'll give her the benefit of the doubt this time because she dressed all pretty and even let her hair down. She doesn't deserve the spooky music, I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, their plan is to go movie theater hopping for a smooth like 12 hours. They kick it off with a comedy, but straight buns. The next one is allegedly meant to be sad. Buns, 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 until they're finally on the last one. Denji thinks maybe movies just aren't for him, but Makima tells him that she's the same way, only like 1 in 10 hit for her. They're watching the last one in an empty theater, and that shit must have been some peak because Denji starts tearing up, and so does Makima. This is like genuinely the only emotion she's shown to date. Mark your calendars. Denji asks her if she thinks he has a heart, and she puts her ear to his chest, confirming that something is in fact beating there, meaning he does have a heart, before leaving at the end of their dates. Denji feeling good about himself too, they got him donating to charity. He eats the flower they give him. I really got zero reasons as to why he did that shit, but hey, he's all jolly skipping through the sun thinking there's no chance he's ever gonna fall for anyone else at this stage. Does he know? It starts raining, so he sprints to this phone box to shelter himself from it, and that's when this girl sprints in there too to get out of the rain as well. She gets in there and just starts laughing like crazy, and she's talking about some Denji looks like her pet dog that just passed away. Low-key crazy disrespectful. I don't know you like that, but she's bad, so we gonna let it slide. I have to let it.
Is this nigga serious?
Denji starts puking in the booth. Turns out that shit was just a party trick, and he pulls out a flower from his mouth. Craziest thing is she takes it. The hoes get around and niggas just get to doing anything, cause what is this? But seeing this chick hold his vomit flower so close to her face with a smile low-key rewired something in Denji's brain, and when she tells him he's welcome to come to the coffee shop she works at any time cause she wants to repay him for the flower, he ends up pulling up the same day. Hell, even faster than her. Denji's a rookie. He doesn't know this sort of thing. You need to give it like... He doesn't know this sort of thing. You need to give it like at least 5 days. Now you come looking like this is the first time you're getting play in years. But it doesn't seem to matter. She still messes with bro. She repays him with a cup of coffee, but Denji doesn't like it, which is something considering I've seen this nigga eat like live cigarettes. She's laughing and touching up on him, so naturally Denji feels like she's overly going for him. Even peep this look on her face, and I'm not gonna lie, mess around and start looking at me like that, it'd be straight GG's. I'm easy as Sunday morning. Aki's working with the angel fiend, and he's really just like me. He's not trying to do any work, but Aki is saying that he's gonna snitch and they'll put him down. But even that's really not enough to motivate bro. It's a flashback of Makima explaining he's actually the second strongest in the 4th division behind Kishibe, but he really is just a troll who's too lazy to do anything seriously. From the second he was born, he wiped out an entire village by transforming their lifespan into weapons because they touched him. They're eliminating a devil and see this other devil hunter on death's door next to it. Aki asked the angel devil to put him out of his misery painlessly with his power, but he just responds that he may be an angel, but hey, he is still a devil. Denji shows up at the coffee shop again for the 6th consecutive day, and he's trying to play it cool like it's not obvious he likes her. Like, dog, if you don't go and sit your ass there. She's studying and finds it weird that Denji has decided to become a devil hunter instead of just going to school. Then takes some initiative and sits next to Denji to do some studying with him. What a friendly woman. This is really my ideal type of date, but I'm just a nigga who watches and talks about anime, so I'm gonna have to give up that dream. Reze applies that full court press. There's no angle out of this trap and asks him if he wants to go visit a school with her at night. Denji is locked down. He is not beating that and just agrees. It cuts to this freak washing blood from himself, and he's talking about how he needs to kill the chainsaw devil. Reze and Denji are in school, they're role-playing as if they're students, you know, pretty wholesome. He says all the thinking is making his head hot, and Reze asks if he wants to go cool down and brings him to the pool. That's a good move from the offense there, I'm not gonna lie. She decides she wanted to go for a swim and that she'll teach Denji, before beginning to strip. And we know our boy got F-tier defense, man, it's over. He tossed up whether or not he should go since his heart is for Makima, but his body is for the streets. So yeah, he jumps in there. They got this heavenly melody in the background. You know, let me acapella for you guys. Reze and Angel ask Denji and Aki respectively a question. To be the country mouse or the city mouse? The country mouse which is living a safe, quiet life, but you don't really get to eat good food, or the city mouse who gets to eat all types of shit, but the risk is that they can be killed at any time. Me personally, I'm choosing the city rat. You know, just look at the size of these things. I'm pretty sure no human is fucking with this. Oh yeah, simultaneously, this is where guys entered the school and is hawking Reze down, who went to the toilet, and he's using her to draw Denji out. Whatever has happened and will happen to this guy, I got no remorse. No nigga should be licking his lips like this. He talking about he's gonna skin her, then show the Denji and sprints to Reze. But ooh. Natasha, is that you? She got old buddy in a rear naked choke in about 6 seconds flat, and she out there singing in the rain. This is a real demon. Anyway, she pulls back up. Denji hasn't noticed the thing, and they decide to go on a little festival date together. Hey, look at them go. Oh, to be young. She leads him to a place to watch the fireworks and is talking about how it's sad he can't go to school and that he should run away with her. And there she confesses she likes him. Denji says he does too, but he also says he's liking his current work lifestyle. She's trying to convince him, so she leans in to kiss him, and that's when we see this fuck ass candy apple. Boom, straight blood. This woman bit his tongue out of his mouth. They really be doing this when they get rejected? She takes off his hand and is about to take his heart, but coming in hot with the chase down is Beam. Oh my goodness, where did he come from out of nowhere? Peep how she's looking over like Aizen too. Don't tell me there weren't any signs. Anyway, she's the bomb devil. Check this transformation too. This shit is tough, I ain't gonna lie. She's on Bakugo timing, using the bombs to jump towards them. She cuts off their escape and Beam decides he's gotta start fighting, but I ain't gonna lie, his shit gets eviscerated. This ragtag group of private devil hunters rolled up and they're saying how they're about to get a nice payday from this, except Reze starts talking. Why they continue to look at a walking, talking devil like shit is sweet, I couldn't tell you. But she fires off the Draco and the rest is history. They went kaboom. B manages to slip away in the chaos and it cuts to Aki, who's training with some second division guys. He's about to leave when he sees Beam at the doorstep with Denji, and he's telling him that the bomb devil is coming and that she's one of the gun devil's allies. When he asks Aki how he knows that, Beam says he can't say his answer because he'll get killed. However, he lets one single name slip, Makima. Reze shows up at the doorstep, but bro here wants to handle it himself, except he just ends up summoning his two homies anyway, so like what was the point? They activate their devil contract powers and cause mold to grow in her vital organs just from pointing at her. How on earth is that fair? She ain't even get to do anything yet. Reze throwing up, mad cranberry juice and decides to pull her devil thingy, which makes her head fly off. Hey big bro, you sure she's not dead? Nigga, she just lost her head. She then picks up her head and launches it into the room before it just blows up. Anyway, her body grows back and she's out there giving Belt the ass in the building. Her old body is now a bomb who hawks down Buddy from earlier and literally kamikazes him. Hey, at least their final moments, we're wrapped in the arms of some fine shit. Reze is restocking on blood. She's got no pants on because, she grew a whole new body, but she's a devil, so YouTube can't hold me, right? She clicks her fingers and pulverizes the next no names that pull up to her to fight, before weaving the con summon that pulled up behind her. This wasn't from Aki though. Turns out this guy survived just minus an arm. She's about to blow his shit smooth off, but Con appears again, swallowing her whole. Except, shit has never been that sweet. Con hates the taste, goes home, and now these two have to box against the bomb devil in a hallway. And yeah, we know how that went. Aki's about to drive off, but the future devil genuinely just shows him he can forget about doing all that. And one frame later, Reze is standing in front of their V. 2 heads up. She really did this so they'd stop trying to get out of here, as she doesn't want to kill anyone else. But Aki just rooms off anyway, check the handling. She propels herself to them. There's really no escaping this shit, and she's about to blow the car up. The violence devil does a record 100-meter sprint, rocks her, and sends her flying off the car. Then he follows with his mean overhead kick, but she has that shit boxed. After taking no damage from him, actually fully trying and watching her get into his stance, he decides there's no way he's winning this, and strategically leaves. Not before snitching on Kobeni though in the background. If I get caught, you get caught. Kobeni is so scared her legs give up, she just starts crying and begging. She's even talking about I'll quit my job right now, I'm dead. She's on the car right behind him, and Denji suddenly wakes up and gets right to the action. And he's just pissed off because he realized that deadass every woman he's ever met has tried to pack him up. It's always Chainsaw Man heart this and Chainsaw Man heart that. What about Denji's heart? But I actually like you, Denji. Wait, deadass? Nigga, locked in! So yeah, Denji says whatever, he's got Makima anyway. And she's saying that, damn, I didn't know that witch got you wrapped around her finger like that. It actually would have been useless for us to run away together anyway. How bad you got to be to have the ops calling you a witch? I knew I wasn't tweaking. Anyway, the boxing commences and Denji jumps straight towards her while she's loading up this mean nuke right hand. He weaves under and slashes, while she weaves that, then flips into the down slam. Good exchange, this is high tier boxing. Denji dodges and the van blows up, but Reze is on his ass again, going crashing through buildings. She's giving him tips and tricks after too, and he realizes she strapped a little bomb to his chainsaw. Hey, nobody in underwear should have a scene this tough, I'm not gonna lie. Everywhere's smoking up, but we hear that engine and he's on her again. But Reze is locked in and she uppercuts bro before he connects, gone flying across the sky and shit. And she follows up immediately. Denji has a leg napalm strike being aimed at him right now. Oh heavens! He got that shit bad. And yeah, no surprises. Bro literally got his lower half evaporated. She picks up his top half and he's trying to regenerate. When he's going outside, she blowing him down contextually. Pause. Reze about to leave, but Aki has other ideas and cuts Denji free before weaving with the future devil's power. But he's deep in that if he messes up a singular time, he will straight lose his life. But he's a dog and keeps it pushing. Reze loads up this WWE finisher and Aki dodges it because if that shit connected, it was GG's. He slashes her on the next move, but she regenerates with this VT missile arm, and Future Sight is not stopping that, bro. It's over. That is until he's saved by the violence feed just in time. The Typhoon Devil pulls up and she's on Reze's team, so yeah, these niggas are losing. Angel feeds Denji some blood and he's back up and running. And Beam is telling Denji that the Chainsaw Man he knows swings from building to building using his chainsaws. Denji says he understands now and transforms. He doesn't understand. But this is the team comp we're going with, so hey, you gotta make it work. They run in head first because what else is such an unhinged duo gonna do? And they get this nasty mid-air face-off with Typhoon and Reze. She's in a Roy Mustang bag, sending out straight dynamite, but Beam is the mobility king and he's weaving everything. Reze uses Burner Finger 1. This shit was animated clean for no reason to, but it didn't connect and we still hear the chainsaws. And that's when he cuts up Reze's leg. Anyway, this Glazer Typhoon Devil just offers up its own blood to Reze and she's back to full HP. The Typhoon is about to suck Angel back in, but Aki grabs onto his shirt just in time. But he really doesn't care too much about surviving, so he tells Aki to let go. However, he's not listening, but his grip is getting weaker. The wind carries Angel away and he's ready to call it quits, but Aki grabs his hand at the last second, reeling him back in. But as we know, touching him will reduce Aki's lifespan, and that short instance is enough to reduce it by 2 months. When asked why, Aki just says he cannot bear to see someone else die right in front of him. Back to Beam, Denji and Reze, they're dead ass soaring through the sky weaving bombs. These two got zero regard for their own life. They're hit into a nearby building and Reze punches Beam out the other side. It's a plain old 1v1 now, but I ain't gonna lie, Reze is working him. I don't know where flash stepping falls in the description for bomb devils, but damn, she blows him down at the stomach, wraps around, hits him to the side. Impact is so bad she took the color out of the background, and Denji deadass doesn't have a clue what's happening. It's just straight BTA, belt to ass. The lights go out and Reze charges up her attack before uppercutting Denji through a smooth 15 floors, and she's chaining the combos too, got him revving midair. He's now hanging at the edge of the window, but just before Reze pops him, Beam pulls up with the save, W assist. So Denji does what he always does with Beam. He's in there nose first. No need to tell you what happened when you mix chainsaws with giant-sized babies, man. He turned the entire Typhoon red. They even gave him a cool little art piece in between. Beam is now swimming through Typhoon Devil guts, and Reze is still hawking them down. She drops Season 7 Fortnite dynamite sticks on them, and then sticks one finger up through the water before clicking, setting off crazy different colored explosions. Let's get a quick replay on that too. Poses exclusively for Steve. She really didn't have a reason to do this. Anyway, Denji gets sent flying through the sky. He's getting straight combo through it too. She's even swinging him around like he's little bro. Denji's about to get smoked by this missile, but certified real nigga Beam jumps in the way of the attack. And the next one. And check how he got Reze's reflection in his eyes when he holds the next one. She giving him straight 1-2s, looking like a black and white close combat. Denji was in his mouth the whole time. Beam was holding it down for him. So Reze and Denji are face to face again. Nowhere to run this time. Well, except the sea, which she literally just taught him how to swim in. She clicks her fingers and they begin the boxing. Denji detaches his chains, and before Reze revs up her next attack, he chains both of them together and dives into the sea because she cannot use her bomb powers underwater. They even got that goated melody in the back as they sing to the bottom, you know, the They washed up onto the shore and Reze largely isn't bothered to continue fighting, saying she has failed and it was all a lie. That's when Denji offers that the two of them should run away together. She can only hug him after before immobilizing him and walking away. He promises to see her at the cafe they met up in before, but he's got to learn to let it go, dog. Sometimes these hoes just be tweaking. It goes to the next day and Reze is about to leave and board the train, but suddenly she decides against it and begins going towards the cafe. She even begins running to see her Denji once more. But this is the world of Chainsaw Man and nothing is ever sweet. A swarm of rats appear before her and Makima emerges. She gives a little speech about how she always enjoys watching working farm dogs kill mice hiding in their fields. Not entirely the sanest of speeches. Then Reze's arm falls off. She blitzes behind Makima but is impaled right in the heart by the angel fiend looking from above. She tries to pull on her devil activation string, but Makima stops her. Then she wonders to herself how come she didn't kill Denji the first time they met, before confessing that she had never been to school either. We see Denji waiting in the cafe with flowers, but yeah, the person he's holding them for is never gonna come, I'm afraid. Makima is here. Denji's waiting there, flowers in hand. The doors fling open, except it's not his fine shit. Nah, it's just power. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes the love of your life just gets popped 10 feet away from you from your demon Loki bad bitch boss. Scratch the Loki, actually, she's just bad. It's been Narratives. Ignore what I just said. Peace. Like and subscribe to.